There is Adam MacDougall, 5-2 as a pro, 3 wins by knockout, 2 by submission. In victory, he has never gone the distance. Started out 1 in career, hasn't lost since. He's coming in with a lot of confidence right now.
That's great because, you know, fighting a wily veteran like Jesse Arnett, you know, he's going to want to be coming in hot and heavy and full of confidence, and this is his moment to, you know, take out the old dog, you know, and make a name for himself. So he's up for the challenge, so I'm really looking forward to this fight.
You just said it. Jesse Arnett, 15-6 as a pro, very experienced. There comes a time when experience becomes a deficit. When you're savvy, you're smart, you know a lot, but you've been through too many wars and too many fights. You never know when the young buck is going to catch up with you. If it's going to be Adam MacDougall's night tonight, what do you think he needs to do early?
I think he's going to have to, you know, put the pace on Jesse and just take him out of his comfort zone, which is hard to do against a guy who's a veteran and kind of been everywhere, right? And Jesse, don't get it wrong, he's coming off 2 losses, so he's going to be hot too, and he's going to be looking for a win.
Is on his way down to the Fight League Atlantic cage.
You called him the old dog, but he goes by Big Cat. Jesse Arnett, 15-6 as a pro, 10 wins by submission, 3 by knockout. He's the former TKO, Hard Knocks, and Fight Night champion. Number 2 in Canada outside of the big promotions, well-rounded, fought, good movement. But the X factor that you brought up, he won 12 in a row and has lost his last 2 by knockout. What does that do for your confidence? Does it make you question what you can do in the cage? Do you think he's doing that right now?
I don't think so. I mean, no slight against Adam MacDougall, but the guys that he's lost to in his last 2 fights are top guys, top-level guys that really are UFC caliber guys, and it's going to be, you know, interesting to see if Adam can step up to that level, because that's the level that Jesse Arnett is. He is top level.
It's also the X factor, like you said. You lose 2 in a row, you don't just want to come back. You want to come back emphatically. You want to get a finish and show everybody in Canada that you are back on top, that you're ready for the next level. So do you expect a quick start from Jesse Arnett tonight?
I think so, yeah. I think you'll see him settle in for the first couple seconds and get his range. And I think that you'll look to see him unload. He's got great boxing. He's a good, rangy fighter, and both these guys, I mean, they match up pretty well size-wise. It's really going to come down to who can implement their game plan first, I believe.
And you're looking at him now, the veteran, Jesse Arnett, as you said, one of the top prospects in Canada. Looking to get back on track. Rodney Wingrove, our cut man, taking care of him before he steps into the cage. And there he is, tall, southpaw, very, very rangy. He knows a lot is on the line tonight. That is his opponent, Adam MacDougall. This is our main event. The last one, it is pro. 3 5-minute rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Fight League Atlantic's main event of the evening. Let's make some noise. Toronto, Nova Scotia, do you want to see a fight? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Evolution Fight and Fitness from Antigonish, Nova Scotia. He has a 5-2 professional record. Put your hands together one time for Adam MacDougall. And in the red corner, representing Alavanca Mixed Martial Arts in Calgary, Alberta, he has a 15-6 record. Let's hear it for Jesse Arnett. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds at 135 pounds. The referee will now give both fighters their instructions.
Fighters! Gentlemen, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up, back your corners. Let's get at it.
So what does it take to get a Canadian crowd to boo? Because Jesse Arnett, he got some boos there.
Yeah, East Coast versus West Coast. Here
That's
we go.
a thing? Both guys coming out with very unorthodox stances. Jesse Arnett in the blue, coming out southpaw. Adam MacDougall in the red, coming out orthodox. And what does that mean? That means a lot of power punches from both sides. It's hard to use a jab against the opposite stance. It's easier to throw the power shot generally.
Yeah, and you've seen two very powerful kicks from MacDougall out of the gate using that rear leg.
Good job switching up on that head kick. Able to clip him with the foot. Once again, creative with the kicks, 2 in a row. Good takedown by Jesse Arnett. Adam MacDougall able to get his guard back right now in the open guard. Trying to step over for the triangle, and Jesse Arnett not having it, able to posture up. So far, MacDougall very, very active with that guard.
That's a great way to use your jiu-jitsu in MMA, is just like he just did right there. He got space and was able to utilize that to get back up.
Committing hard to the guillotine. Doesn't have the hips right now, but able to flip him over. And we talked about the frantic pace. This is starting off very, very fast, Chris.
Yeah. Took a couple minutes, or a couple seconds, I should say, for them to stare each other down, and they're into it deep now.
Nice tricky knee. Someone is bleeding. It looks like Arnett. Maybe a little cut under the eye. Some blood out of the nose. Adam MacDougall trying to work the wrist control. Trying to keep Arnett from circling all the way behind him.
Jesse's doing a really good job of pinning his hips, MacDougall's hips to the cage, and not giving him much room here in the scramble.
And they are back to the feet, and once again, active with the kicks. Seems like MacDougall's strategy at range is to keep Arnett off balance by constantly throwing kicks at him.
Yeah, he's thrown a number of spin attacks, trying to close the distance with those kicks.
Also working the inside of the leg and the outside. It's keeping Arnett guessing.
I'm surprised that Jesse isn't using more jabs, though. Trying to keep him at range. I mean, he's pumping it a little bit there, but...
And also, you talked about the boxing advantage. He throws crisp, sharp combinations. We've seen that in previous fights. But without the jab, it's hard to set up that power shot.
Yeah, definitely.
MacDougall certainly has him reacting to the kicks. Oh, nice.
Wow. Nice little axe heel kick.
Nice little axe kick. Brought it right down to the side of his head.
This is where that mentality of being a veteran comes in, because it's going to be difficult to throw something at someone like Arnett that he hasn't seen before. And that composure to stay the pressure, and maybe MacDougall gets frustrated because those things aren't working, right?
And one thing about MacDougall so far with this strategy, it's been surprising, giving up the takedown now, but the volume of kicks. It's not just one kick. It is multiples. He's going at him from different angles over and over and over again. That consistency, that's very rare.
Great accuracy, great speed, but he got out of it there, but I thought his head was in trouble with it, Paris.
You can tell that Arnett was thinking front choke. Arnett going hard for the takedown. Those long arms trying to snake in. Almost like a high crotch from distance. 10 seconds left in the round.
Definitely a very close round. I think Arnett was looking for that takedown to kind of secure something.
But we will end the round without it. As you said, close round. I would give a slight edge to Adam MacDougall. I think he was very active with those kicks, did damage with them, and had a lot of the times Arnett on the defensive. Like he was waiting for the kicks, wasn't quite sure how to move forward and get his own offense going.
Arnett was definitely trying to take some time to get some reads. I think that's why he resorted to really just jamming him up against the cage and hopefully take away that space.
As we look at the corner of Jesse Arnett, now Adam MacDougall. MacDougall has to be feeling good about how things went in the first round. And the difficulty in a 15-minute fight is the legs are the heaviest weapon you can use. You throw a lot of them, it really wears you out.
And I think for Jesse, just if he could make any adjustments, just go back to basics. You got a guy who uses a lot of flash. Sometimes just going back to those basics, those jabs, those straight punches, footwork, could go a long way. But MacDougall's doing a great job.
Starts out spinning. Seems to be letting Arnett know that I'm going to go back to the same strategy. I'm not going to not kick. It wasn't a one-round thing. I have to worry for the rest of the fight about that attack. Reaching for the takedown. Good job on that level change.
Yeah, that was quick. But MacDougall's doing a great job.
Now, good job, veteran move by Jesse Arnett, pulling him off the fence. That's where it's easy to posture up your back against the fence and pop back to your feet. Pulling him off the fence, I'm not going to let that happen.
No, and it was a great level change, or a great angle change to take him off his balance.
There's Arnett once again thinking about guillotine. Are his hips in the right position? That's the question. Good job shucking him by to take the back. There's one hook in. Try to turn and spin to face Arnett, and Arnett able to react just a fraction of a second faster, able to stay in good position. You see Adam MacDougall using the fence to keep Jesse Arnett from circling behind him to get both hooks in.
Yeah, he's kind of scraping him against the cage there to not allow him, but he's got the seatbelt. He's trying to drag him down now.
That may have been a tactical mistake. He really went to the ground quickly, but no, Arnett staying behind him. Good job staying on top. Briefly went to that wrestling crab ride, then went right back to the hooks.
I think that was the key word you just used there, wrestling. That's what he's utilized coming out on this second round a lot more to change up the pace on MacDougall.
MacDougall trying to kind of cage walk, get into better position. You got to watch that arm, very, very close and extended. Arnett able to stay on top. Got around the knee into side control. You get the feeling that this kind of pace, this kind of fight on the ground is starting to wear MacDougall down a bit. See a little frustration on his face.
Yeah, it seems that in this area, Jesse's just being that little half a step ahead of him. MacDougall's doing a good job of adjusting, but Jesse's right there to kind of be right ahead of the curve.
And he's being active with the guard. I mean, you can see he's tricky. You see he knows what he's doing off his back, but every time he tries to advance, it's Arnett who's a step ahead.
And it's difficult for Jesse. You can hit positions, but you don't want to get too crazy with punches, because a guy that has a really wily open guard like that can throw up submissions so quick.
See the foot on the hip. Toe caught in the shorts. You might want to pull that out. And he clears it himself. But keeping pressure on MacDougall, not giving enough space that he can scramble back to his feet. I think he wants him there, and he's going to do everything he can to keep him there. The referee stands him up. Interesting choice. I thought both guys were being pretty active.
Yeah, I thought maybe that they were just toes got or something again.
And this is exactly what MacDougall wanted. Good lead right hand, right on the button.
It's interesting. You see southpaw orthodox, you usually see a lot more of those lead straights. These guys haven't really been playing that game.
Partly it's been, I think, the kicks of MacDougall. He's led with the feet more than the hands. Strange choice most of the time, but it's paid off dividends on the feet. But right now, Jesse Arnett all over him on the ground. Oh, going hard for the Darce. He's got it locked up. This might be it.
Not a lot of time.
If he can keep chasing with the hips, he can finish. And the bell goes off first. And you can see Adam MacDougall trying to recover in the center of the cage. That took a lot out of him. I think maybe 10, 15 more seconds. That might have been the end of the fight, Chris.
Yeah, those are extremely tough to weather. I speak from experience. I've been drafting those for a long time, and it's a lot of energy. And when you're on the bottom, I mean, he carried a lot of Arnett's weight that whole round.
Close fight, good chance it is all tied up. MacDougall, I would say, a slight edge in round one. I'd say Jesse Arnett had round two. It's who has the gas to finish strong in a very close fight.
Yeah, it's coming down to this round, from my perspective. However,
you never know if the judges share that perspective.
You never know.
Feels like we're wrong more than we're right about what judges think.
Yeah.
Tonight it's been pretty good. And Arnett, the veteran, going back to what has been working. The ground attack, the top pressure, the ground and pound. Taking MacDougall's feet out of the equation.
Yeah, MacDougall's no slouch off his back. However, you're always working from a deficit when you're on the mat and someone's on top of you.
Especially in MMA when someone can be punching you in the face. Different ball game.
Looks like
thinking Kimura.
Yeah.
But you got to activate the hips to make the Kimura work. If he can't do that, he's not going to get it. Trying to roll through, but now might give up his own arm. If Arnett can step over the head. You see him trying to do it, and he settles back down into side control. Dangerous position for both fighters.
Yeah, look, Arnett threw a nice little elbow there that made MacDougall have to readjust.
Now thinking rear naked. No hooks in, but he gets it anyway.
Wow. He sunk that under the chin deep, and that was it.
Almost a bulldog choke. Started out on the side, transitioned to the back, no hooks, doesn't matter. It was under the neck and a rear naked choke victory for Jesse Big Cat Arnett. He gets back on track.
I think that was really important for Jesse, too, to get a finish. You know, you got a game opponent like MacDougall, but having that finish and really making a statement is what he needs right now to go on with his career.
We said it, that he had lost 2 in a row. You wanted a confidence-building win. You want to send a message to the rest of the division. I believe he did that. A gritty performance. This whole fight didn't go his way. I think a very tough first round.
Yeah, he had to make a lot of adjustments on the fly there, and he showed it as the fight progressed that he made the right adjustments, using his wrestling and his counter jiu-jitsu to really set up that submission.
You talked about being a wily veteran, being seasoned, being experienced. That all showed after round 1 when he said, look, I have a kicking opponent in front of me. I have to flip the script here. That's exactly what he did, and it seemed as though Adam MacDougall wilted under that pressure. It got worse and worse for him as the fight progressed.
Yeah, definitely. The gap definitely widened as the fight went on, but this is definitely going to be a great learning experience for MacDougall to know that he hung like that for so long with a vet.
I'm to let you know that we'll be announcing the 50-50 draw winner immediately after this announcement. You can be a winner tonight without even getting punched in the face. Fighting and gambling, we got it all. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to the action at 1 minute, 48 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by tap out, Jesse Arnett! Jesse Arnett, holy moly, what a way to finish. No hooks, rear naked choke. Tell me what flashed through your mind in that second that you decided to just go for it.
Well, he obviously studied my headlock. He had great darce and great guillotine defense. My corner actually told me to get his back, except I got a little jumpy there early. It went in, and I didn't even need to get the hooks in. I got nice skinny arms, and it went right through. Quick shout out to Coach Andy Young. Adam was going to fight me on 3 days' notice a few months ago, and it didn't work out. I fight at the highest level of this sport, and Adam MacDougall's got what it takes to fight at the highest level of this sport. Please, guys, give this guy a round of applause.
Terrific display of sportsmanship. Tell me about the people and the training that got you here.
First off, we wanted to keep this away from everybody we could, but this last week has been one of the hardest weeks of my life, and easily one of the hardest weeks I've dealt with in sport, and I want to thank everybody close to me who helped me out in the last 3-4 days, who got me on weight and did everything we could to overcome. My whole life has been adversity, and tonight I just earned some more. So thank you Halifax, thank you Truro, I love you Nova Scotia.
You overcame tonight, you won a lot of fans. Jesse Arnett, everybody, your winner in the main event here at Fight League Atlantic 1.